Podcast, episode 7 with Rob. How you doing, buddy?
Very well, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for coming on. I know you're a busy man.
I am indeed, yes, but all good, mate. Always got time for you.
I appreciate that. I wanted to get you on because I think most of the guests I've had on are very much bodybuilding based, and I think we'll be able to have a better conversation in terms of what we do, because I think what we do is very, very similar. So I thought it'd be nice to have someone come on who's kind of like-minded like myself, and has got similar kind of ethics and stuff like that as well. So I suppose we can just jump straight in and just kind of find out how you've got yourself in this position. How was it kind of growing up with fitness, and how did you get into the PT game?
So I've always played football my whole life. So from, what is it, seven or 6 years old, always played football competitively. I had a twin brother. I've got a twin brother. We were very competitive, played every sport for school, always represented the school for all the sports. But I actually started working in the city in stockbroking, in middle office. So I did that for 4 or 5 years. And then the crash happened. My company went bankrupt, or the company I worked for, lost my job, had 5 years experience, couldn't even get an interview for about 9 months. And I think it was my mum just went, "You love fitness and sport. Why don't you do something along those lines?" And I was like, you know what, I do. Yeah, and literally that decision, straight away I did a personal training course, became a personal trainer as soon as I could, started working in a gym, wasn't really for me, was paying a lot of rent, some dodgy ongoings at that gym in terms of the receptionist would give all the clients to the experienced trainers that they knew for years and stuff. Yeah. So I started it off, I started training people outside. And then the weather started getting a bit ropey, and I was thinking, I'm banging trouble here. And I actually found this funny enough, the studio I'm sitting in here now, an old friend of mine used to work here. He put me in touch, and was my own boss from probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago, and never looked back really, and absolutely love it. So that's how I kind of got into it, the personal training side of things. And as the years have gone on, I've grown in what I do and just getting better and better really.
Yeah, brilliant. That's a good little story, that, because I suppose if there wasn't a recession or something like that, you may still be in the city, mayn't you?
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I never at the time thought to go into something like this, despite playing football. I've only just hung the boots up really with football now. I'm 33 now. I've always played semi-professionally during my PT. It went hand in hand, to be fair. Football, PT, perfect. But I fell out of love with it about 5 years ago, and I was only ever playing for the money. I just had enough, really. Lockdown 1 made me turn into an online coach. I've never even heard of it before. Didn't even think it was a thing.
Exactly. Conversations that I've had many a time over the past few weeks with other trainers that were on the floor PTs or boot camps and stuff like that. Everyone's just kind of evolved, and you've had to, haven't you? Like, say, sink or swim is often the case that I say. And like I say, 5, 6 years ago, I never even heard of online coaching. It's just something that's evolved, and now it's like the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, in lockdown, a lot of people just stood still and kind of did what they wanted to do. But I'm never like that. I thought, you know, what do I need to do? Did it, went online. It's probably the best thing I've ever done, to be fair. And I absolutely love it, yeah. Yeah,
definitely. That's something I've said to Danny, who was on, who's got a similar story to yourself in terms of football and things like that, that I'd never wish COVID again. However, what's happened is kind of grown my business and opened up a few more doors, which may not have happened if COVID didn't happen. So like you say, you've sink or swim again. You either just bury your head in the sand and, you know, balls to the wall kind of thing, or you go for it, didn't you? And that's kind of where we've gone.
Yeah, I had an old teammate of mine, actually, Damo, good guy. He, I don't even know how he got on the subject. I don't know if I went to him and said, I'm thinking of doing this because he does it. I don't know, but he helped me a lot actually at the start, just an idea of how the online coaching works. And yeah, and it was funny actually, because I went to a guy, I won't mention any names, I went to a guy for help, and I told him my plan, I showed him my Instagram, told him what I wanted to charge, and he said, it's not going to happen, like you can't charge that, you haven't got enough experience. Obviously, I know I have got enough experience. I've been a PT for years, I've got good transformations on my page, I know everything I need to know. And he kind of said, no, it's not going to work. And so I went on my own, and put it this way, it's working.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's weird people have that kind of mentality, isn't it? Like, why they would say it wouldn't work. Surely you'd rather give it a go and then go, right, actually, it's not working. Do you know what I mean?
I think he does well in the teaching online coaches world. And I'll be honest here, I'm sure the people that sign up with him say yes to him no matter what he says. Right. I think if you start with this, you go, yeah, we'll start with that. I've never been a yes man. And I'm very confident in my own ability, always have been. And that was kind of it. So I don't think he liked the fact that I disagreed with him, so to speak. He's probably used to everyone saying, well, yeah, no problem, going with him, paying him his money. And I'm not that type of guy. So that's probably why. But I'm glad that he said no.
Yeah, because then you may be charging a lot less for your service. Yeah,
exactly. And I'll be paying him a lot of money, which I don't need to do.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of learn as you go along, don't you? So I think another reason why I wanted to get you on is because bodybuilding and shoot prep and stuff aside, we're very much kind of lifestyle coaches in terms of having the ethos of you don't have to literally stop your life to get a little transformation to then carry on. You can kind of make lifestyle changes as we go along and continue to enjoy the foods that you like and do the things that you want to do and still get results. Is that something that you've always pushed on your clients?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, I'm very big. I know there's guys out there that don't get me wrong, they get unbelievable results for people, but they're being starved, they've got no energy, they're feeling terrible. And listen, if you're happy to do that, fair play. You can get really, really good results, brilliant results. But equally, you can get great results while still enjoying things you like. Like a lot of my online clients eat chocolate, eat pizza, drink beer, and they still get the results, and it's more sustainable. So I've always been very big on that, always been huge on that, in fact. And I think it's really important. You're not cutting out things that you enjoy, and you're enjoying the whole process, whether it's the food or the exercise, definitely.
Absolutely. It's more like getting them to understand portion sizes and
100%.
How you can incorporate things that you enjoy.
How many people say to you, I'm basically eating the same foods I always eat anyway, but I'm learning portion control. People would have ridiculous amounts of food. You can still eat pasta, you can still eat potato and rice. Just be sensible with the portions.
100%, mate. That's similar to myself, mate. And again, like just kind of going down the same road, I think we're very much like result driven, and that your processes work because you've got X amount of results to back up your knowledge and what you're saying. And I always say this to my clients whenever I take a new client on. I'll always say to them, look, I'll give you the tools to be able to get results, but you're not paying me to get results, if that makes any sense, because I explain it as you need to help yourself if you want to be helped. There's all well and good me throwing all the info at you, but you're the one that's actually got to put it into place.
100%. That's exactly what we do. We give them the tools to succeed, and it's up to them to choose to use them. And of course, it's not just, here's your plans, get on with it. We're there for them all the time. I'm speaking to my clients all the time, making sure they're happy, they're motivated, but you have to help yourself, 100%. You've got to want it. A lot of people say they want it, but don't actually want it because, they absolutely cannot stick to a plan. But if you wanted it that much, I always use this example to people. I said, okay, so if after a week you've got £1 million to stick into your plan 100%, do you think you'd do it? Because they would.
Yeah.
It's the same as exercise. So say, for example, someone goes, I can't do that. I go, okay, if you had 50 grand for doing it, you would do it, and they would do it. Of course it is. Yeah. The mind is huge. It's massive, big part of it.
Sometimes I think, and I explain this to clients as well, is like your results may be unachievable. As bad as that sounds, you've got to have realistic goals. I'm not being funny. If they're 25, 30 stone and they want to be, 10 stone in 2 weeks, it's not possible. And because they think it's not possible, they don't even bother trying. And it's like you say, just educating about, like, I could bang on about small wins. People always have an idea like, I want to lose 2 stone. That's fantastic. And we can use that as a driving mechanism, but let's just do a pound at a time. Otherwise 2 stones a long way away if you think about it. So it's just breaking stuff down.
I'm very big as well on not having targets which are numbers, because you don't know what you're going to look like 2 stone lighter.
Yeah.
You might lose 1 stone and be absolutely buzzing with how you look. You don't need, so never ever have a number target. Go on how you're feeling and how you look in the mirror. Because when you get definitely. To that, you're happy, it could be half of what you're actually asking for,
100%. I think, especially with the last 12 months as well, that's something I've been big on, is results are not always, factored by numbers. I know I've used that scenario in terms of weight loss. It was just a scenario, but in terms of, I've had people disappointed that they've lost 1 pound, yet they've just told me they feel great. Their lifts are getting bigger. And I'm like, well, you've had a great week. Like, do you know what I mean? And they're starting to understand that now. But talking about like COVID in the last 12 months then, so you briefly touched on how your business has changed. What sort of changes has happened for you over the last 12 months?
So yeah, literally, obviously, with the gym shut, my PT, I was doing, probably 50 hours a week, PT face to face. So that stopped, and I turned into an online coach, and that's just gone from strength to strength, really. Obviously, I was playing football as well. That stopped. That got knocked on the head. So, as you said, I would never wish COVID on anyone or it to happen again. But for me and my business, it's been brilliant.
So you're doing a lot of like online stuff, aren't you, in terms of like workouts and things like that? What's your kind of schedule like with that?
Yeah, so what I do is I have a live workout page, and again, I know a lot of guys out there don't like live workouts, but they work for me. I love doing them, and a lot of my clients love doing them. So I give people I set people workouts in an app, but I also give them access to the live workouts, because I'm very big on you should be doing exercise you want to do. Now, if someone prefers following me along on a live workout rather than a scripted workout,
yeah,
that's not a problem, and you can still achieve brilliant results. Again, I know a lot of people in the industry are very anti-HIIT, but for me, not just the physical side of things, but the mental feeling it gives you. When I did a workout this morning, a 30-minute workout, continual HIIT, and honestly, I probably had about 25 people messaging me going, I absolutely love that workout. Couldn't really be bothered before, but I feel unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I'm not too keen on the whole anti-HIIT brigade, because again, it's down to personal preference. If people want to do HIIT and enjoy doing it while getting results, it's a no-brainer. And you know what? Sometimes the average Joe doesn't care if they're going to lose a pound of muscle in the process. If they're feeling great and looking great and it's improving their life, then bloody hell, get on with it and let them do it.
Definitely. I've had kind of mixed reviews, and the same excuse me, the same with you is that I'll kind of weighted stuff they can follow, as well as having access to my live page as well. And I think they're kind of enjoying the balance. They may not say it, but whilst the gyms are shut, they're actually enjoying it. And I always say to them, like, not many people are going to wake up and be motivated to get on the live workout. But as soon as you're on, before you know it's over, and you actually, like you say, you feel a lot better for it. And you can just go nuts for kind of half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, or whatever it is. And before you know it, you've burnt X amount of calories and you get on with your day.
In this time as well, not everyone's got weights, and some people, despite them being a brilliant investment, are reluctant to spend the money on weights. So when people sign up with me, they've got the choice between purely resistance training, weighted workouts. They've got the functional training, which obviously involves a bit of HIIT and weights. Or if they've got no equipment at all, it's just body weight and HIIT type stuff. So they've got plenty of choices. They can change types of workouts during their time with me as well. So there's lots of possibilities. Don't get me wrong, I'm huge on resistance training. It's very vitally important, of course it is. But at the same time, HIIT can get you brilliant results as well. And let's face it, your results come from your nutrition regardless anyway. You know, when people say it's much more about nutrition, of course it is. Us professionals know that.
Yeah, 100%. You got any stories about being online and stuff like that? I've had a few where, music cut me off and I've not pressed record. You got anything like that?
Hey, I'll lose my head if I talk about it. But yes, Instagram are bastards for throwing you off, because I'll play the same playlist 10 times in a row, no problem. The 11th time I play it, I'm thrown off. I'll be honest, I'll actually lose my head. So now all I do is I just speed up music, because you can't get thrown off for that because they can't pick it up. So I record music, put it into iMovie, and just speed it up one notch, and then play it via iMovie. And I've never been off for it. So
right, okay, that's not something I've done, to be fair. I've just tried to like pay for like license free and stuff like that. It's so bad.
Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. I know a lot of people say it's not about the music, it's about the workout, but you've got to have some good tunes in the background, otherwise people are just going to sack it off. So
yeah, no, 100%. I can't do a workout without music, so I couldn't imagine teaching without music either.
I know a few PTs who PT people with no music at all. And don't get me wrong, again, it's each to their own. But that'd be hell for me.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, buddy. I think if you're having that conversation or something out in the park, even just a bit of background noise just helps with on the motivational side anyway. So you mentioned obviously you're doing a lot of hit stuff and things like yourself. You're on a bit of a bulk at the moment, aren't you? So how's that kind of playing out with doing the hit as well?
Because I played football for 16 years, I've never been able to seriously take it seriously. So I got in touch with a guy called Ollie Carson, who I know someone else that works with him and did really well. I looked at his page, it's brilliant. So us online coaches sometimes need the accountability in online coaches as well. So I've gone with Ollie. I've been doing it for only about 5 or 6 weeks now, but it's going well. I'm enjoying it. Consistency with everything. It's whether it's losing weight, gaining weight, and I always thought to myself, I eat plenty, but when you actually realise when you're putting in MyFitnessPal yourself, actually I've probably gone days where I've eaten half what I think I should be eating, for example. So no, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I haven't got any time frames on it again because I don't believe in I want to be done by this time. So I'm just trying to get to where I want to be when I look in the mirror and I'm happy, and then we'll start a cut.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the same with you. Like you say, accountability, big time. That's something I obviously bang on my clients, but for myself as well, I reached out to someone to help me because it was like one less thing for me to worry about, if that makes sense. Someone else just to give me, right, this is what I want you to do, and I can just follow that. I've not got to think about my own plan and
100%.
Like that. I found it a lot easier.
When you pay as well, you pay the money, so you almost think, well, I've paid the money, you've got to do it. So back in the day, if I was training, say 7 or 8 clients in a row, and I'd plan to work out myself, I'd finish them and just think, I can either go home or try and work out. I'll just go home every time. So having, a plan in place and knowing you're going to be letting that person down if you don't do it, if you suck it off, is important. And that's what sort of half of it keeps me going.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, mate. Absolutely. So what do you think then, post-COVID, your plans in terms of business and personal side of things?
I would call myself a people person. I love seeing people, speaking to people. So I enjoy it. A lot of my personal training clients turn into friends. I'm very close to a lot of my clients. So I'll certainly carry on one-to-one training, but probably limited numbers. So I think my ideal day now would probably be 4 or 5 hours in the morning, personal training, 6 to 11, 7 to 12, something like that. And then that's me done with the face-to-face stuff. I was doing boot camps before this happened as well, so they were going really well. And again, I enjoy them because it's cheaper for people to do, and it's sort of good banter, good camaraderie in that. So maybe start them up again. But to be honest with you, I absolutely love online coaching because you can train so many more people. Funny enough, it's Monday today. Monday's my check-in day, so I've been before this probably for 5 hours just sitting there checking in, and I think I am buzzing more than my clients when they message me saying, "Oh my God, I've done this, feeling great." I always ask people, obviously, when they're checking in, all their stats and stuff. I also say, "How are you feeling?" And that's the most important part for me. Like, so when someone says, I haven't lost anything, but I feel great, that's more important, And as we know, you don't lose weight every single week. Your weight can fluctuate. So Monday is my favourite day of the week. Like, I've been buzzing all morning just because I've got something to go through. I've still got loads to go, but no, I love it.
It sets you up right, doesn't it?
Yeah, so the online coaching, that's my future for me, to be honest with you. But it's always good to see people anyway, isn't it? So both, yeah, for sure. But as I said, I hang the boots up now. I think I don't miss it one bit, if I'm honest with you. No, I don't at all.
I took a year out, so I play footy locally as well, and I took a year out. But every Saturday, I was still going and watching the team. But I think it was more like, it's like I couldn't ever really fit legs in, because I'd be worried about being sore for training and then a game on a Saturday. But then I was like, for me to really kick on with my own physique, that had to go. And now I'm in a predicament where I kind of still love the buzz with the boys. Do I really love fucking March or February kickoff days where it's freezing? Like, I'm kind of now weighing things up, whether it's worth it or am I just missing the banner in the change room? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing is, well, over the years, I've given up so much to play football. I've missed friends' weddings, I've missed holidays, missed events, missed so much stuff. So I'm actually looking forward to now not having to go to football. And you know what? I don't mind playing games, but training for me, I've never been a good trainer. When I was at Bromley, we should train 3 mornings a week. You'd only ever see me at one of them, always in the physio room.
Really?
hated it. I could not stand training. Couldn't lie. Nightmare.
Really, that surprises me with you being obviously fitnessy and stuff.
Yeah, listen, I'll be dead honest with you. I'm not very good at football. I'm 6'5".
Can't be that bad, surely.
At football, you want to see me try and play a diag, mate, 10 yards. If anybody's ever watched this, they'll be laughing because they know, like, you know, I'm good at defending, communicating, kicking people, heading a football. Actual football, terrible.
What, stick you in the back today, centre back?
Yeah, centre half, mate. Yeah, just win all the headers, scream loudly, swear at people, organise, and that kind of stuff. Of course, I'm good at that. But actual football, mate, no, always been terrible. Can't pass.
It's interesting because I think having that kind of like competition edge to you obviously helps when you're going down even a self-employed and a trainer kind of view, because you've got that winning mentality, I guess, haven't you?
Yeah, and you know, I think that's probably part why I didn't like training, because I took it so seriously. If we're having a training game and, you know, people aren't doing their jobs, I'm blind at it. I cannot help it. Like, I'd go in with the ump if we lost a training game in football. Yeah. And, you know, don't get me wrong, for me, that's kind of a winner's mentality, but I couldn't help it. You know, other people could have a laugh about it, but no, like, I want to win everything. I always did want to. I hated losing anything.
No, that's good, mate. Wicked. So I found recently, especially with COVID and stuff like that, supportive circle for me has been massive. And to be fair, over the last 12 months, my group has got a lot smaller, not as necessarily a bad thing either, but I think you kind of work out who's in it for the good reasons and who wants to kind of see you winning and stuff like that. How's kind of like circle helped you?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I'm very big on cutting out negative people and people who don't support you. What's the point? If they're not bringing value to your life, why are they in it? I put a tweet about that one time, and it's just so true. If someone is not bringing value to your life, why are you wasting your time with them? So I'm married. I've got my wife who's very supportive of whatever I've done. I've got a big family, but they're all over the world, to be fair. I've got a twin brothers in Australia, one sister in Singapore, older brother's America, dad's in Thailand. So they're all over. So we're not all in contact that frequently, which is a shame. Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, I mean, in truth, I've got quite a lot of different mates, different groups. But yeah, they're all great. You know, none of them do anything like I do, really. I've got an old friend, Sam, actually, who does online coach as well. We kind of bounce off each other.
Yeah, that's good to have.
Yeah.
That surprises me. You're so bad at technology. How many issues did we have trying to get you on here that you've got all them people out? Do you not Skype any of your family?
I've never started a Skype room. I've never started anything.
A Zoom room. It's a Zoom room.
Zoom, sorry, but yeah, I can do obviously a WhatsApp or whatever. But no, I'm useless. My missus does the DIY at home. I can't do anything. I can't open letters. Do you know what my peeve is? Letters. When you get, I don't open letters. I can't.
Don't open them.
They wind me up, mate, so much. Victoria, my wife, has to open them and come in and go, right,
this is what you owe.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, I just infuriates me. I don't know why.
Like a phobia of letters.
I don't know, mate. But it's anything like that. You know, like you get an email from anyone. Nah, it takes a bit of ag. I just want an easy life. I want it to be easy.
Yeah.
Letters are not easy.
I think it's knowing your strengths, isn't it? I know it's a bit deep with going into like not opening letters, but like for me, my mates grill me because my spelling's atrocious. I genuinely think I've got some kind of issue that a doctor would diagnose if I went to him. But like now I'm starting to understand my strengths are being in the front of the camera, and I voice note everyone now because I can't type. I just spell everything wrong. So I've come off the like trying to tweet stuff that's kind of like controversial or informative because it just comes out like blur.
I said to Victoria the other day, I said, what the hell did I do before voice notes? Like literally before, what did I actually message everyone? Because I can't remember life without voice notes.
Even my clients, like I try not to text too many of my clients because I'll probably spell it wrong or it'll come out wrong. So I just voice note everyone, mate. It's so much easier, isn't it? You hear me all right?
Yeah,
you got me. Yeah, I thought I lost you there. So moving on to kind of like, I suppose it kind of ties in. Social media is something I know you're very hot on and you do a lot of, which is great, and you're keeping yourself out there fully. Do you have like, do you do it strategically, or is it just kind of what you've got available, you ping out?
So again, before lockdown one, I'd never spoke to the camera ever. And when I started practicing it, I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, this is in shambles. Like, I can't do it. But even now, I look back on some of the videos I put on Instagram and I just laugh because they are shambles. But I think everyone starts like that, you know. And actually, I take my hat to a lot of people, because there's a lot of people out there at the moment in our kind of industries who are stepping out of their comfort zone. And it's so nice to see a few people that I used to play football and stuff have started doing it. And I can see they're nervous, but I take my hat off to them because, you know, it's brilliant that they've done it. So with me, so what? Because at the moment I've got so many online clients, I get so many great transformations. So at the moment, as you said, let's be honest, we're in a results-driven business. So a lot of my posts, probably every other one of my posts, is a transformation from someone. And I tried to add value. You know what I thought the other day, actually, that I hadn't done a video for a long time talking, because when I first started doing online coaching, I did have a strategy. It was one day give value, one day do a workout, one day transformation. I can't even remember the rest, but yeah, no, I think for any online coaches starting out or stuck maybe, I think it's very good to have a strategy. I mean, adding value to your followers is number one. So what I tried to do as well is, like last night, I think it was, I did just a true or false poll on my story, but trying to be quite informative, but all, like, having a bit of a joke as well in that. But I had 3 people message me this morning saying, you know what, I've learned so much just by doing that. So that's brilliant, you know? And there's so much misleading information out there. It's a shame. There's so much crap out there. Idiots selling, you know, your teas, all that kind of bollocks. So I like to try and inform people. So that's a big one for me. Informative content. I used to do a lot of workouts, a lot of them, but because I've obviously got my paid subscription page as well, I try not to give too much away. No, at the end of the day, social media is huge, and that's what's growing my business. And when I first started out, I was asking my friends and family and people following me to share my stuff. And I know people are scared to do that, but the worst thing that's going to happen is they're just going to either ignore you or say no. But I can tell you now, it helped my business grow. Ask friends to post my informative videos, because I know it's going to give other people value, and they might then follow me and become a paying client. And at the end of the day, yes, I want to build my business, but at the same time, I want to help as many people as I can. Honestly, I love it. I literally get such a buzz by helping people. I really do. It's just as rewarding as getting paid to do it.
Yeah, I completely agree. You know, Instagram and other social media sites are just being a nightmare at the moment for trying to help you to be seen. I don't know what their mottos are at the moment. Honestly, it's just carnage. Like, I'm not fucking massive, but I've got like about 10k followers. Sometimes I'm getting like 300 views on my story. I'm like, what is going on? There can't be that not many people on your phone.
My engagement on my stories has dropped dramatically. And you just don't know why. There's obviously different algorithms. I don't know. All I'm just trying to concentrate on is show the transformations that I'm achieving with people. And it's not just the physical ones. That's another thing. People only see one side of it. People see, yeah, fucking hell, she's gone from that to that. But more importantly is the mental aspect of it. Like, so many people have just said, I'm in such a better frame of mind. I've got such a better relationship with food. And it actually, I love it when my clients finish it, because I offer either 8 or 12 week stuff. And at the end, they can either carry on or whatever. I get just as much pleasure when they say to me, Rob, you've given me everything I need. Like, I don't need to carry on with you because I can do it on my own. And I'll check in with them 2 months later and they're like, yeah, I'm in even better shape. So yeah, that's absolutely brilliant for me.
Yeah, 100%. I think, I've kind of, I tried all that, like trying to learn how to get seen. Now I've just like, you know, I've got better things to do and better things to do in my time, rather than worry about if I'm putting enough hashtags on a post. So now I'm just like, let me just get my content out there. You know, what will be, and let it go organically. And I think since I've kind of just not give a shit, I think it's done a lot better, to be honest with you.
At the end of the day, if you give, I mean, your most important clients are your current clients, not the future ones. If you give your clients a good service, word of mouth, you know, if you're lucky, they'll even post their bits and bobs on their page for you, and you get business like that. I get so many referrals because I give my clients a good service, I educate them, and yeah, that's massive. I'm saying, thinking of the next client before, but no, that your current client base is the most important by a million miles.
A referral is my kind of favorite new client, if you like, because you know it's come from a good place, rather than they've seen something that they've just triggered them. They've actually spoken to a friend or a family member or a colleague or something, and they've spoke good words about you at the end of the day. So I completely agree with you, mate. That's great. I kind of like your content because it's black and white, isn't it? It is what it is. There's no fluffiness, is there? You kind of just put it out there.
Again, it goes back to I'm not very good with technology, so I see a lot of online coaches out there with these bright lights, eye-catching. It's great, but I can't do that, and I don't feel I need to. I feel like I'd like to think I'm quite well established in what I do.
Yeah.
With my page speaks for itself type thing, and I don't know. I think the value I give with some of my videos and stuff, I just necessarily need eye-catching stuff. Don't get me wrong. If I was doing that, maybe it'd be getting more people in, but I don't know. I'm not, my page is just exactly that. It is what it is. It's the work that I do with people and some workout videos and some informative videos, we hope.
It's just real, isn't it? I think that's the best way to talk about it. It's just real. And that's kind of the same as me, man. I just try to keep it real. Like, you can't try be someone you're not, because you just spot them a mile off.
Yeah, definitely.
You know
I would always speak my mind, and it might get me in trouble. I think James Smith is brilliant. I think everyone in our world knows him because he just speaks his mind, and he's never wrong. Everything he says is absolutely bang on. And yeah, I suppose I look up to him actually. He's a very good friend of mine actually, Paul Lolima. I'm not sure if you know Paul. But he's very good friends with him. That's how I got
introduced. He's from your neck of the woods, isn't he?
What, Paul?
No, the James is around your way, isn't he?
You know what? I don't even know. I'm not sure, but no, I love the fact that he speaks his mind, and I've always done that the same. So I kind of almost relate to him because I wouldn't be afraid to call out bullshit if I knew it was bullshit, or if I thought even something was bullshit.
I think I agree with you. He's someone that I enjoy watching because he does speak his mind, and like you say, he is often right because he backs it up with his knowledge, which is great. But I think keeping it real, if I try to be the same as him, it's not me, if that makes sense. But I've seen so many people, and again, not calling people out, that you can just spot him a mile off. You're just copying whatever he says because it doesn't come even naturally to you. You're trying to slag off this tea or something, but it's just fucking copying.
Yeah, 100% agree. Definitely, yeah. That's right. You should never be afraid to be yourself. It goes back to the whole circle of friends, for example. If people don't like you for you, like, people get the ump if they lose followers, but if people don't follow me because they don't like me or my content, I couldn't give a fuck. Like, they're never going to buy from me anyway. Why does it matter?
Yeah, exactly. You can't pay your mortgage with that follower, can you?
Not at all.
Exactly. Right, I've got a quick. I've never done this, and I don't know why I thought of it this morning. One of them. One of them cardio thoughts. I don't know if you do much cardio anymore, but if you're doing it on a bulk, but sometimes my mind just goes a bit wild, so I'm going to do it with you. So I've got like a quick fire round.
You ready? What are you talking about?
I can't tell you.
Question.
It's like this and that. It's like this and that. The little this and that, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So start nice and easy. So chocolate or sweets?
Chocolate.
Team or individual sport?
Individual.
Oh, controversial from playing football. Burger or pizza?
I'll elaborate on that, because when I see Roger Federer, for example, or Mayweather, it's all about you. Like, I actually wish I had done an individual sport, because I was quite good at all sports, and I just chose football. I used to play basketball, that's tall, but no, I think individual sports, it's all about you. Like, you're not having to rely, because I would have let teammates down in the past. Teammates would have let me down in the past. It's all about you. So that's why that answer. Sorry to go.
I kind of like the idea of being in control, and you got no one else to blame, have you? Which I kind of like. Obviously, I like team sports. I'm a people person like you, but I think there is something about an individual sport. Like I like playing squash. I'm not great at it, but I like playing it with my mates. But I know that there's nothing really anyone can do. It's just me. Do you know what I mean? It's just me, and I can only blame myself.
Good blow, squash.
It is, mate. The amount of rackets I've smashed, mate. I'm gonna get a bit head lost with it, but that's another story. Do we say burger or pizza?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say burger.
Really?
Yeah, I mean a lot of burgers at the minute. I'm gonna have to say burger.
All right, you ready? Jumper in the summer or vest in the winter?
Vest in the winter.
Oh, really? So you have to wear a hoodie in the summer?
I've
Yeah,
never.
nor would I.
Yeah.
If you had to, no hands on no feet.
No hands.
Yeah, I agree. Vegan for a month or no weight training.
No weight training.
Yeah, agree. Relaxed or active holiday.
Active. I cannot relax. Can't
Really?
relax. Yeah, no way. I can sit in my pool for an hour and then I've lost my head. I'm like, I'll go and play throwing stones on the beach. Just something to do. Just like literally, I can't sit still.
Really? Is your missus the same? Is she quite active with it? Holidays?
No, she could lie around the pool for 3 days straight.
You put in like one half of the table tennis and just playing yourself.
Mate, I'd have to. I literally, even sitting in my living room, I can't sit still. Victoria thinks I've got ADHD. I literally can't sit still.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same as you. I can lay down for a bit, or I can read for a bit, and then I'm like, need to do something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the same as you.
Yeah.
So that's decent. Okay. If you had to lose one, would you lose breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Yeah. $1 million up front or 100K a month for a year?
100K a month.
See, most people would just think that straight away because it's more money, isn't it? But then some people have the mentality of, if I get $1 million up front, I could invest.
True, very true. Yeah.
But then I suppose you can invest 100K, can't you?
Yeah, but to get a 20% return in a year is pretty decent going if you can do that.
True. So World Cup or Olympics?
World Cup.
Is that because you're a footy fan?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Wicked. That was my quick fire.
The Olympics don't interest me.
Is it not? Not at all.
No. I like, it's the relay. So I like the finals, like the relay finals, like Usain Bolt, all that kind of stuff. That's brilliant. But a lot of the sports bore me there, to be honest. Yeah.
There are some shockers, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm never going to sit
down. I can't think what it was, but I saw a headline recently saying this is now an Olympic sport, and I was like, "You're fucking bantering." I can't remember what it was.
Like tiddlywinks, wasn't it?
Mate, worse than that probably. I can't remember. It's just a shambles.
There's some nutty stuff out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Proper nutty stuff. Wicked. That was my quick fire. I'm going to keep that in, I think. Get to know you a little bit more without having to ask millions of questions.
Yeah.
Wicked, man. I appreciate you coming on, buddy. And what I want to do is, like, maybe next year or 6 months down the line is just kind of check in again. We'll do like another series, like a backup series, and see how you've been getting on from it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. No, I've enjoyed it, mate. It's good, actually. I've never done this before, so.
It's fine, mate. Like you say, it's just another platform, and people want to get to know you and get your story out. So it's good to hear from you, bud.